So what's up YouTube? Today we're gonna learn how to keep your laptop cool, how to check if your laptop is actually overheating or not, and if it's so, then how to fix it. So the number one step you wanna do is install this software right here, MSI Afterburner. I'll leave the links, download links below in the description for every software that we're gonna use, but I'm not gonna go through how to install how to do the installation process and everything. I'll just show you how I have set it up so that we can finish this video quick. Otherwise, the video is gonna be very long and I wanna keep it short. Okay, if you have any problems, then you can leave a comment below in the description, and I can make another video in detail to help you guys. So, without further ado, let's begin. This software right here will help you in monitoring your CPU, GPU temperatures and many other things. If you wanna, you can. There's a lot of possibilities you can use it for. So you can also use it for undervolting your GPU and all that shit. So make sure when you install this software right here, uh, you install this one too, which comes with the which comes with this one, Rivera Tuner Statistics Server. It comes with the MSI Afterburner. You just have to install this one with this one. This one is actually for monitoring your everything, FPS, GPU temperature, CPU temperature, and everything. And this one is for overclocking or undervolting your GPU. But they come together. So what you wanna do is, I'll just show you quickly. I'm using a Acer Nitro 5 2017 model, so I have a Core i7 7700 HQ and a GTX 1050. So you wanna click here, unlock voltage control. You wanna go to monitoring. You wanna make sure everything is like this. If you wanna monitor your GPU core clock, if you wanna monitor your GPU one temperature, GPU 0. If you have something like GPU 0, it might be the Intel GPU, which we will. If you have a dedicated graphic card, we will not use that one for gaming, so we don't care about it. You wanna monitor the GPU one temperature, GPU one memory clock if you wanna see, or GPU one core clock if you wanna see how fast, what are the core clock, your settings. This comes in handy if you're trying to overclock your GPU. So you wanna go here, you wanna make sure the CPU one temperature, CPU temperature. Let's see. Wait. CPU one temperature. You wanna make sure CPU one temperature is tick like this, and it shows in OSD on screen display. In OSD is on screen display, and you wanna make sure that if you wanna see your frame rates, then you can also tick right this one here, and you wanna make sure your CPU temperature is also tick here. There's tick mark in your CPU temperature. So after this, you go to on-screen display, and you can set a toggle on-screen display shortcut key, which you can, if you are playing games and you wanna check your temperature, you can click on it to turn the on-screen on, and then because it's gonna appear in the top left corner all the info that we are gonna read, and sometime it can be distracting, so you can use the shortcut key while gaming to turn it off, or you can go here and click on right here on and off to turn it on and turn it off while gaming. You can, for this you'll have to actually minimize your game. If you press here, then it's a shortcut key. So after this, you just hop into a game.
So, as you can see, we are running Rainbow Six Siege, and here in the top left corner we have our GPU core clock speed, GPU temperature. So, if you wanna, you can see, you can. This is useful for monitoring your temperature. If you are hitting like 90, 95 degrees, then you definitely want to lower your temperature because I think Intel recommends you to run your CPU below 90 Now I'm gonna show you how to keep your temperature down. Suppose you're getting 90 or anything.
So we're back to the desktop. Ignore this. We are getting 65, 70 temperatures degrees Celsius because we are running the game in the background. So it's actually making the CPU work hard. Anyways, you normally I get 40, 42 or 39 degrees Celsius in idle. So there are about three ways you can do this. We'll start from the most basic and a little bit controversial one. You go to power options, you go to edit power plan, you go to power options, edit power plan. Make sure you go to change advanced power settings. Make sure you go to the plugged in profile. Supposing you balanced profile. I'm using the balanced profile. I don't care. Make sure the changes you make it's the profile that you use when when your PC is plugged in, because you don't want a game when your laptop is running on the in battery. Yes, it's horrible. It's a horrible experience. So we're gonna go to processor power management. We're gonna go to maximum processor state, which is like 100%. So the thing is that Intel uses a technology which is called Intel Turbo Boost, which, for example, my CPU has a base clock of 2.8 gigahertz. I'll show you it right there. It's Intel Core i7 7700HQ CPU. This is the base clock, 2.8 gigahertz. What happens is when your CPU is working hard enough, when you're running a game or editing or rendering something, the CPU wants to do it as fast as it can. So the Intel Turbo Boost technology allows it to boost to a higher clock rate, which makes it run faster and it produces more heat. That's the reason it overheats. What happens is that in CPU in a PC, what happens is that in a PC there are many ways to keep your CPU cool, because a PC is not as jam packed like a laptop, let's say. It has more bigger heat sinks and it can deal with the heat more easily. And there are a lot of aftermarket CPU coolers that you can use and whatever. But a laptop is a small chassis and everything stuffed around. It produces a lot of heat. So what happens is that when the CPU turbo boost clock hits, it runs faster and produces more heat. So keep in mind, this CPU has 2.8 GHz as its base clock, so it's not that bad. But some Core i5, like a new generation Core i7, have a lower base clock, which is like 2.5 GHz, 2.4 maybe in some cases, and they boost to like 4.2 gigahertz, and this one boosts to like 3.8 when it's running on a single core tasks, and when it uses all 4 core 8 threads, it runs to about 3.4 gigahertz something. So it's fine, but if that when it's running at 3.4 gigahertz, it's making your CPU overheat, then you can solve this. Then you can use this method to solve it. You can go to power setting, like I told you, here, and set this as 99. What will this will do is it will prevent your CPU to go run at 100%. Oh, see, the turbo cool technology, the turbo boost technology only gets activated in a CPU is running at 100%. So for example here, as you can see, we are in game now, and our CPU is running at 2.7 gigahertz. So what happened is that, like we know, we reduced our maximum CPU processor state to 99%, which is making it run at 2.7 gigahertz, because it can't hit 100%, and it just disables the Intel Turbo Boost technology. So as you can see, I was getting something 77, 78 degrees Celsius on the CPU before, and now it's running at 68 degrees Celsius, which is very cool. It's pretty cool. It's fine, and you can see as the frame rates, I haven't lost any frame rates. Maybe the performance loss is minimum. So why not? I would prefer it to run cooler. cooler as I'm not. I mean, I would prefer it to less and I'm not losing any performance as well. So why not? This thing works for this game. Just keep in mind, there are games that are more CPU bounded. For performance, you get a lot, can get a lot more affected. So you don't wanna use this for everything. You wanna experiment yourself. And if that's the case, then I will jump to the second method, which I prefer because it's not as controversial as this one. Now we're back to the desktop. For this second method, we're gonna use this software, Throttlestop. It's a very good software. I will talk about this in a moment. You wanna go to back to the Pro Power options and set this as it was 100%. And let's go back. Let's go focus on this one. This software helps you in undervolting your CPU so that it can run cool. There are a lot of videos about undervolting in YouTube, and almost every YouTuber talks about it. Almost everyone uses it in their laptops to keep your CPU running cooler. So there are two softwares which you can use to undervolt your CPU, which is number one is this Throttlestop, which I prefer, and the second one is Intel Extreme Utility, which I don't recommend because this one gives you more control over your CPU. So let's talk about this one. So I'll leave the download link in the description. You can download it, and if you are not able to set it up, I'll make another video on how to set it up. Leave a comment below if you're having any problems. So I'll just show you quickly my settings. You wanna go to F5. If you go to F5VR over here, you can undervolt your CPU. For example, let's go to there. These are the profiles. For example, I use the performance profile here. See, my Intel Core i7 7700K. I've undervolted it to minus 125 in the CPU core. You wanna go here, CPU cache. You wanna this, and this should be the same. This also allows you to undervolt your Intel integrated graphics processor unit, minus 40. You want to experiment it yourself. You know, start by lower number, and if your CPU or if your computer is running stable, you can increase it slowly, and if you get any crashes, then reduce the number by 5 or 10, whatever. So I would recommend, if you have a Core i5 7 gen, then I would recommend about 80 over here in CPU core and CPU cache. If you are running like me, Core i7 7 gen, then this number is fine. But every unit that you get is different. My unit can be different than yours. It depends on how lucky you are, unlucky you get. Some might be able to reach 140. I don't think, but I've seen some CPUs reaching minus 140. You want to do your own research on the internet about whichever CPU you have. This will shave off some 4 or 5 degrees from the CPU, and there's actually no minus point. There's actually no reason that you don't want to use it. Your CPU is running on a lower voltage, and it actually, if you're not even hitting higher temperature, it actually increases the lifespan of your CPU. So I don't know why won't you want to use this method right here. Then the second thing you want to do is you come here, turbo ratio limits, and see, every CPU is different. My CPU has a core clock of turbo boost has a core clock of 3.8 gigahertz when it's using the turbo boost feature. And a single core it reaches a 3.8. I let it run at a 3.8 gigahertz. 38. This is actually 38 megahertz. 3.8 gigahertz. This is actually 38 is for every number is for 100 megahertz. So 38 is for 38 100 megahertz. I actually let it run on a single core on its full frequency, because on a if you're I'm only utilizing if my CPU is only utilizing a single core, it won't heat up that much. It's not a very big deal. Two cores also, which is 3.8. I've set it like this. Now if we are using three cores or four cores or more, you can, if your CPU boost like three has a turbo boost of like 4 point gigahertz, you can set it up like 3 point, this one 3.8, 3.7. You're shaving off 200, you're shaving off 200 or 300 megahertz from the CPU, from its maximum core clocks, which can help it running a bit cooler. So in my case, see, what I've done is that I run it like I've created different profiles. Then you wanna make sure this is like this. Okay, save voltages immediately, so that every time you apply, the voltage is save immediately, and it's effective in the moment. It's you wanna and yeah, to undervolt, actually you wanna make sure this is like this. Unlock voltage here, and then you can see all the settings. Then we can click OK. I now have a second profile, which is like here, game profile. And this profile I've just undervolted, and I let it reach whatever frequency it's supposed to reach, because as as I showed you, I'm getting good temperatures. So I use this profile for a CPU bound game, with, for example, Battlefield or Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider, which are more CPU bounded, and I actually gain some performance if I let the CPU run faster. For a game like Rainbow Six Siege, Counter Strike, maybe, because in this laptop the bottleneck is the GPU, not the CPU. So I don't gain a lot of FPS, but my CPU runs hotter, so I don't let it run as fast as it wants to, because I don't actually gain anything, and it runs cooler with the. And also, if I'm running the CPU cooler, I can maybe use this software MSI Afterburner, and like this I have created. You can create profile. You can use this software to undervolt. This is an undervolt profile. If you want me to show you how to do it, leave a comment below. I'll make a separate video for this one. This is a video so that you can learn your options, and we're gonna go through everything fast, quickly. Otherwise, the video is gonna be too long. So, see, if my CPU is running cooler, if my overall laptop is running cooler, I can use the extra headroom to overclock my GPU, which will actually give me some benefit, some more frames, rather than the CPU working very hard for nothing. If you understand what I mean. So this is it. This is the second method which I recommend. Uh, you can see the settings, and you keep in mind, if you get a crash, you want to lower this by 5 or 10. You want to start with a smaller number, that keep increasing it slowly, checking if your computer is running stable, and do your own research on whatever CPU you have, and then you can set it up. I can make another video on explaining it in more detail if you want. Then thirdly, third and the last thing, if you have tried all this, which happened to me, let me tell you, when I bought my laptop in 2017, after only 6 months it started overheating. Yeah, I used to reach like 90, 92 degrees, and I was you wouldn't believe it, and I was in power options here, running my CPU like here, like maybe to 190, like some people do, and getting maybe, look at, getting 25, and getting maybe, look at, running my CPU on 2.5 gigahertz, which is like nothing. It should run cooler, and it was, the CPU temperature was, and GPU temperature was, CPU and GPU temperature were reaching close to 90 degrees for nothing, because weren't even working that hard, and I was I tried everything, underwater, blah blah blah, everything I tried, and I could not understand why it was running so hot. So what I realized is that what I realized is that the problem was not the settings or everything. When the laptop is shipped to you, when you buy a laptop, the I mean if it's an Acer laptop or MSI laptop, keep in mind these things will work on each and every laptop unless you have a Core i7 core, unless you have a 10 gen CPU, which because the Throttlestop doesn't support the 10 gen CPU. It might support it in the future, but because they're not even out right now, it doesn't support 10 gen CPUs and AMD Ryzen CPUs. Sorry, and AMD Ryzen CPUs. You can use it on this one on from maybe 4th gen to 9th gen Intel CPUs. So where was I? Yeah, if you're using everything and you're still reaching 90 95-degree temperatures and your laptop and you were and it's just happening suddenly, so then it means that there's something problem, there's something wrong in your laptop. It's not normal. I can give you a hint what my problem you might be facing. I'll leave a picture below here. As you can see in this picture, I opened my laptop and I saw that this is a regular maintenance check that I do every 6 months, and you can see that dust is blocking the ventilations. The vents are blocked in the laptop. These are the vents. These are the fans. The fans want to keep the heat out. They want to ventilate the heat out of these holes. So if the vents are blocked, the heat gets trapped in your laptop and it keeps circulating and building up inside the laptop, thus making your laptop run hotter. So then you're not left with any other option. These things won't work, and you shouldn't run your laptop like that. Then you're not left with any option. You have to either send your laptop to a in warranty if it's under warranty, or to the service center and tell them that your vents are blocked, that they should replace your laptop and clean the vents. To check this, I usually, for example, to check this, uh, I suppose almost every laptop has a fan control system these days. You can click on your fans at max and put a hand on the air vents and see if actually the air is coming out or not from the vents. And you can also take a torch and look at the vents if they're blocked or not, if they have any heat or not in the vents. So if you find that your vents are blocked, you have to. Another thing, if your laptop is running heat, there's no other option. You have to open your laptop or send it to somebody that knows how to open it. They'll have to open your laptop up, repaste it with a good thermal paste. I'll tell you, firstly I was using a Cooler Master thermal paste, which was okay, but when I shifted to the Thermal Grizzly Chronaut, which is the best thermal paste in my recommendation that you can get right now in 2020, I actually had a huge temperature drops of like 15-20 degrees. So do not use cheap thermal paste. You always have to use the better thermal paste around it, because your laptop, it's better for your laptop and it's better for you, because if your CPU GPU run cooler, you might be able to get some extra performance out there from there. You can overclock your CPU, you can overclock your GPU, overclock your GPU. If it's running cooler, you have some headroom and get some better performance. So I hope you guys have learned something. If you have any other problems, you can leave a comment below and I'll make another video and try to solve your issues. Thank you.